Hey there, and welcome to another installment of Tom's World. Today, as if you couldn't tell by my surroundings, the title, or the thumbnail of the video, we are back in Neshaminy State Park. Now, I realized that I haven't made a video here in quite some time, so I thought, you know, what the heck? Let's go check in on the garden so you can see what it looks like now. And there has been a new addition put in here, and I'm going to show you that. So, yeah, let's just get in the garden and check it out. So, here's the new addition to the garden. It's actually outside the garden, but it is very much to do with the garden. It's a path that the volunteers have made, and you can see this is awesome, by the way. I'm loving this. I just had somebody stop by, and they stopped in their tracks at how awesome this is. So they've reused the bricks, the extra bricks that we had on the side of the garden, as well as some gravel and some slate. And they do have more slate over here, and I'm assuming they're going to finish that at some point. But even still, man, this is, I can't get over how awesome this is. I am loving this path. It's the simple things, right? It's simple things that we just love, and like little things like this make things so much more beautiful, including this garden. And I do gotta say, the volunteers have done an awesome job. I'm honored to have been part of them at one time, but they continue to do awesome stuff here. Anyway, let's get inside and check out what's going on with the flowers. So of course, the first thing you notice when you come in from this entrance now is this little pond area here, which is now filled with rocks. The water is still underneath, and that way, you know, frogs and stuff like that can still have a habitat here. But I mean, just look at the plants that have grown up in the pond and around the pond. This ornamental grass is beautiful, and these plants are doing super well. And you can see they've dug out the grass around it, leaving those plants that are growing close to the stones there. We didn't put those there, and they didn't put those there. It just happens to grow there, whatever it is. I'm not sure. And there's all the rocks. And if you look really closely, between some of them, probably doesn't come up well on the video, but you do see the water under there still, which I still believe this is being naturally fed from underground somewhere, which is really cool that they put this here, like all those years ago, over 100 years ago. Well, I don't know if the carriage house was made at the same time as the wall, but it was attached to the wall, as you can see, the rock sticking out there. I've mentioned that before. But this is really cool. Now the flowers, on the other hand, well, they're going into their fall state, so a lot of them have been cut back by the volunteers. Some of them do still have flowers on them. This thing here, it's called beard tongue. At least that's what it says on the little tag there. That's really neat. And there's one of the plants that's in the pond over there. Doing pretty good over here too. But yeah, a lot of things have been cut back. Very few flowers left. But this is all in preparation for fall. And I gotta say, this year the flowers did look really cool. And next year they're gonna look even better. So I cannot wait until next spring when they all start blooming again. They're gonna be awesome. Especially my favorite, the columbines. So you can see that one in the center of your screen. That's where the main plant is. And it was cut back for the season. But you could see all these coming down in the line here. That's all columbine. So there's going to be a lot of flowers this coming spring. Just all around, I think. And I'm not sure if I do believe I showed this in one of my other videos when I was here, how they took the reflecting pool here and just sectioned off the area where they have flowers, and they put bricks around that. So that looks really cool. And inside the fountain, the bleeding hearts are doing very well, actually. The ferns in the back, that one on the right, of course, is doing really well, but that's native to here. Like they pulled that out of like one of the sides of the fences here. The other two ferns, they really haven't taken too well. I mean, they're doing good, don't get me wrong. They're living, they're thriving, but they haven't grown out. So maybe next year, who knows, we'll see. As you can see, the garden as a whole does need to be cut, and most likely that will be done this week. I do have some pool in that area since I do work here. But yeah, the grass is really high. They've also been trying, and they being the volunteers of course, have also been trying to fix some of the spade planters. As you can see, now it's a different color cement, but that's okay because they're looking to paint these white and then redo the black mulch inside of it. So right now they're just testing different methods of fixing these things to see, you know, what's going to work and what's not going to work. Now of course with some of these, there you can see, like right here, there's a crack happening in that one. So I mean that can't be helped really. There it is on the upper part there, like right by the straight part. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, all in all, it's holding really well, but there's just some things you can't account for. But there may be a crack there, but they've filled it in some, so then they can fill it in a little more, and then maybe like sand it down or something. And this is going to look really, really good when they're done. It's not something that's like a rush job either, you know. They can take their time doing it because these have been broken for a long time. I mean, you could still tell what they were even when they were broken, but I don't know, babbling a little bit. So you can see the Solomon seal over there, that's still doing well. The hostas are, well, they're starting to go to bed for the season. As you can see, they're starting to change. So more than likely at some point, the volunteers will be cutting these back as well. I mean, I don't know if you really need to with hostas, but I know they did last year, so they might do it again this year. Wisteria bush, still doing very well, but why wouldn't it? It's been here a long time. The other columbines over here, again, everything's getting ready for its fall slumber. There's one there and one on the other side of that hosta. They're still alive, so I mean, at least we have that. They haven't grown like the other one did, but still. Ferns over here still doing good. And I know, I can't forget. Gotta show the chessboard. Now the grass is still here, as you can see, but it's looked better in the past. And this is something that could easily be worked on at some point, whenever they have time. You know, just by putting grass seed in there, maybe before the fall starts, might be a good time to do that, and then just get some hay and put the hay over top of it and just let it sit there. And you know, maybe it'll take. If not, then it can wait till the spring or just before the spring. But still, this is still amazing looking to me to this day. From the first time it was completely uncovered, I was just in awe of this. And then when we put the sod in that was donated, that was magical, to say the least. I mean, I don't know if the magic came through on those videos, but it definitely did in person. Lots of people commented on it. When they would stop by, they'd say, "Oh my God, what is this?" I'd tell them it's a chessboard. They're like, "What?" Yeah, they used to play chess with their friends on here. They all dressed up as the pieces and stuff. Little strange, I know, but I'm sure it was fun. Especially if alcohol was involved. And it probably was, more than likely. And as you can see, all the paths, they're still very clear. Volunteers have been maintaining these as well, keeping them as weed-free as they can. That's where the old bench used to be. Over here, the top of the sundial, that's still on there, so that's a good thing. The last time it was winter when it came off. So, but this one did make it through winter last year, so we'll see. Maybe it's on there for good now. The new tree, which I believe is a dogwood, that's still doing really, really good. You know, hasn't had any problems or anything, so I guess it really took. I think it's even grown up some since we put it in. I mean, I didn't put it in. When I say we, I just mean the park. I helped take down the old one. That was fun. And I don't often show this in the videos. I mean, I did in the beginning a few times, but of course, this is still here. Old piece of farm equipment that nature has taken back, as you can see. But still pretty cool. And I know you think I probably forgot to show Humpty, right? Nah, I was just saving him. Not that he looks any better or any worse, but I do know that there are plans in the works of finding someone that might volunteer their time or do it for a cheap price, but has to do really, really good work in restoring this guy and healing all the cracks. And then you can see there's a huge chunk missing out of the side of his face. Would have to rebuild the hands, the foot on that one, and the entire lower leg of the other leg. Piece of the fence fell off here, so that's going to have to be fixed. I don't think that anybody did it. I just think that it kind of rotted out. I mean, you can see the wood right there. Yeah, that definitely rotted out and it just fell to the ground. So something that's going to have to be fixed. I have brought it up, so hopefully it'll be fixed soon. And that brings us back to where I started the video, at the little house here. A partial pump house. Still don't know what they used the top for. I mean, that could have been a guest room, because the mansion was on the side of the garden over there. So this garden was actually the mansion's backyard. How'd you like to have that for your backyard? I mean, you got to imagine all the flowers and hedges and stuff that they had in there, which you can find some pictures of them online. You can see how gorgeous this garden used to be. It still is. It's still absolutely beautiful to me. Not this building, the garden. I was going to go back into the garden, but there's a family in there right now enjoying it, and I don't want to interrupt them. Plus, I don't like getting people on camera unless, I mean, if I'm in a crowded event, like when I was at Selma or when I was in Gettysburg, that's different. But out here in the park, I try to respect everyone's privacy, as I've said before. But as I usually say at this point in the video, if you made it this far, you are part of my awesome club. I should come up with a name for it. Like Tom's World Awesome Club. TWA Club. I don't know. It's kind of corny. Anyway, I'll take this opportunity to wrap this up. I want to thank you all for watching my videos and coming along with me on this little adventure. Every video is an adventure for me, even if I'm not in the woods. Which, speaking of, I do have a new place that I would like to go explore. And it's all wooded area. I don't know what I'm going to find in there. I do know that there's train tracks in there that are abandoned, and anything we find past that's going to be a surprise to me, because I've been in there once, work related, but I have not had the opportunity to go explore there. And maybe I'll put up a picture right now, the one picture I took while I was in there, and it's got the two different sets of train tracks. Now, as you can see, the train tracks that are closer to me in the picture, they're up on a hill, and then the other ones are down lower. And I think that's pretty cool looking. And the entire wooded area looked really cool. So I thought, you know, why not put that on the list of places to go? And it's not far, so I can't wait to do that. Anyway, if this is your first time here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Once you do that, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be sure to be notified as soon as I put up new videos. And you can check them out, and they're all awesome, in my opinion. Of course, I would think that because they're mine, but hopefully you think it too. Anyway, also make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, and I guess I am out of here. I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and take care.